This is a little awkward at the video portion. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't decided what the YouTube channel is going to be called. I'm sure I did.
Live from the green room.
That's not bad. So the idea is we're going to have just a decent conversation, just two people having fun, talking. No major, there's no skin in the game here. And so the idea is we really do feel like we're holding dicks in our hands, right?
I'm telling you, we need microphone stands. Professional.
Yeah, I suppose. But the thing about microphone stands, like, they have to have some adjustability. So it's not just like here and you're like, let me talk to this mic.
That's what I told her.
That's
exactly what I told her.
And we should get those things for the desk that tweak.
Yeah, no, that would probably be better. Those.
And it's going to be some growing pains. So those of you that are watching this on YouTube, which I think is going to be the only place I'm going to make this available.
Yeah, I think that'd be the best idea. Called Live from the Green Room.
Yeah, like there's going to be some changes. I think in the background we're going to do some different things so it looks a little bit more pleasing to the eye.
Chipotle.
Chipotle,
that's what we're going
Chipotle
for.
Sponsors me. I'm down. I'll even show nipple action for some Chipotle sponsors.
I'll do whatever you want.
You're like tip action. Straight shaft and veiny dick action.
That's right. Spiral staircase all the way to the top.
And that's what you're going to get in this podcast, just to warn you.
A lot of that humor.
That's pretty bad.
You don't know what that is.
We might change up the lighting too, because I feel like this isn't going to be good enough.
You don't think so? That's bright.
That's bright, but I think that it's not going to... Like, first of all, I don't like this yellow light.
It's yellow. Yeah,
it's fucking yellow. I don't like it.
Plus, at the Home Depot.
Well, with the green.
The white light.
Yeah, we'll
soft white light.
Put some stuff in the background here. Put some stuff. But anyways, that's going to be the podcast. So I hope you guys enjoy this. If you do, just like everything else on YouTube, hit that like button. Consider subscribing. I don't know how often I'll do these uploads, but I'm hoping for some good... Don't smack that shit in your face. People are going to be like, is that dude fucking Jeep throwing it?
Mm-hmm.
And so the idea is that we would post videos as topics come up. I don't want to force any conversation. I just want to have some good conversation, whether it's really, really deep and in depth, or if it's just something very just fun, where two people are just maybe even getting some drinks, just chilling and talking. So
we should do that. We should invite more people over here.
We should. The problem is at that point going to be the issue of mics and whether or not we can get the clarity of.
You're right. 2 people limit always.
Well, no. I think I have the capabilities of doing 3, maybe 4, but then I'm gonna have to get longer cords, and it's gonna be a big.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Once again, too much information for you guys. So once again, welcome. I don't think I've named the podcast yet, but I'm sure I will at some point.
Live from the Neon Fortress.
No, because what if we do this like on like we do this shit like a fucking Starbucks? You know what I mean?
They're going to kick us out. They're going to be like, what the fuck are you 2 doing here? You didn't buy anything, and you just...
I'll buy a drink.
You have a... I'm not. I'm like, no, your shit's overpriced.
Okay, but I'll buy a drink that let me use their shit.
I guess so. How close are you holding this? I'm holding it like
this.
I'm about to sing...
I did last time, and I did this, and the audio sucked dick.
I'm holding it like this, like I'm about to sing Arms Wide Open.
You're like, where the arms... You gotta just get that hand in there. You gotta...
Or what's it? With the lips of an angel.
Oh, fuck. The 90s, man. So today's topic, it's a topic that you and I have discussed on multiple occasions about relationships. And a lot of this time, when we talk about this, it's really in joke and in jest. But the reality is that I think guys in general, and I think most guys... do this at a certain point unless they have no fucks given and they're in that point in their life. But for the most part, most guys go to this point where they put the pussy on a pedestal. And
I think you have to go into detail what that is. Some people might not understand the reference.
All right, so
we're aging ourselves by even mentioning that.
Yeah, well,
like how old are you guys?
Real old,
like 40.
Real old, like 64. I just look good.
That's
64.
right.
That's what you gotta say. You gotta say you're old as fuck. So people are like, "Wait, you look good for that."
And I'm like, I'm really 92. It's like, oh man, it shows.
Oh, oh fuck. Anyways, and so what I mean by that is that in a relationship as a guy, sometimes if you go into it with the wrong type of mindset, you find yourself putting this person, and not necessarily the pussy, if you will, but
it can be it
could be the pussy, but you put the person up on a pedestal and you make them seem larger than life and more important than they really are, and you make them and create them into something that the best way I can describe it is that you make them into something that is more than they are, and so because of that you think they're not flawed, you don't think they have issues to work out. And it isn't until later on that you do find out that they have issues, or some guys just never do. Some guys never or girls. Once again, this applies to women. So you women could be putting the shaft on a pedestal. You know what I'm saying?
The shaft on a pedestal.
You know what I'm saying?
Pow! Funny.
Oh, veinage.
The
if I had veinage right now, it would work out real well.
You should have got a good pump going.
Wow, shaft on a pedestal. But that's the idea. Is the idea that at some point you put this person on this higher than life status, and then they can't meet your expectations. And not just that, they're human. Everybody's human. Everybody has issues that they might have to work on. And when it comes to a relationship, if one person is putting that person, the opposite person, on a higher than life status, it's difficult to have the relationship and be subjective about what everybody's decisions are doing to the relationship. And when you're a dude and you got the pussy on a pedestal, like, you let the chick walk all over you. That's the truth.
That's right. That's what happens.
Occasionally, you guys will see me kind of drift off. I got to make sure everything is kind of functioning correctly.
Make sure what I'm looking at. What am I looking at?
You're looking at that camera. The only thing that you should...
should I look at the camera? I'm looking.
Yeah, make eye contact with them like you're making love. You're like, what's up, baby?
Like I'm Ray J.
Like you're Ray J. Who's the dude that hooked up with Kim Kardashian?
Ray J.
Is it Ray J?
Yeah.
He's the one on video? I thought the football player.
Yeah, not that I've seen that video.
You're like, not that I've cataloged that in my personal collection, filed under 2004 taxes.
Yeah.
You're like TurboTax 2004
TurboTax,
version 6.
Right off personal
under
account,
my documents.
as a health plan.
Hidden in my Internet Explorer.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on that, man? All right, let's start here.
Yeah, start.
Do you feel like you put the pussy on a pedestal?
No.
Fuck you. No, you don't think you put the pussy on a pedestal?
No, slightly.
Ever?
Nope.
You think you just been calm and collective about it?
100%.
Weren't you the dude that's babysitting your ex-girlfriend's kids?
No, that's some.
No?
No, that's my other friend's kids. Because I'm a good person. And because when you try to cancel plans of like watching people's kids, they like judge you really hard about it because it involves kids. So don't watch people's kids.
Okay, but back to the fucking topic at hand. Like, I do think that every guy does it for the most part. I think most guys do it anyways. Like, you'll notice a lot of guys that maybe feel like they're dating outside of their number. Like, if you're a dude and you think you're like a 6, and all of a sudden you're dating like a 9, and you're like, shit, I lucked out on this one. Like, I rolled the dice and I fucking came up with money on this one. Like, you feel like you need to put that pussy in a little bit more pedestal because you might not be able to get it again.
Yeah, that's probably true.
You know what I mean?
That's probably true.
Like,
you better do that because,
Like, if all of a sudden you meet Natalie Portman at like the airport, and all of a sudden she's like, hey, can you help me with something? And then somehow you guys hit it off. And all of a sudden you guys have like shit in common that you didn't know you had in common. Like, she's into like comic books and you're like, oh, I'm into comic books too. We're meant to be together.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you guys start dating. Like, you're going to put
Natalie Portman have to put that on
like, not just a pedestal. You're going to fucking...
I'm going to build her an altar.
You're going to have an altar that you're going to polish every day with your soul.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Because have you seen Natalie Portman? Or Black
What's
Swan?
that one movie that she was in where she, like, I think... it's Your Highness. Oh, no, Your Highness.
Your Highness?
Yeah,
she's in that?
She's in Your Highness, yeah, where she's... she gets in the lake or whatever. Yeah, she's in that. Dude, my DVDs are right there. Where's fucking Your Highness?
Is that her? That's not her.
Yeah, she's in Your Highness.
They have Gargoyles season 1?
Fuck yeah, I do. That's technically not mine. We won't talk about that. Your Highness. What is it? The UIs?
I don't think she's in there.
Oh, I found it. Hold the fuck up, guys.
I think
audio might suck dick when I drop this mic.
I think you're lying.
Boom, bitch.
Oh, she is in that. Oh.
Bam. On collection. Tap. On tap, baby.
Shit. I don't even remember her in that.
Yeah, there's a scene, which, by the way, look at the cover of this. She's totally photoshopped, unless she's that skinny.
She is that skinny. She's tiny, dude.
But she's got no ass in that picture. Unlike Undercover Brother, where they gave, what's her name, ass.
Who?
The white girl.
I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
No, it's, my uncle had a thing for her back in the day when she was super banging. You're like, oh, she was, what was that movie of the two chicks? You guys help me out here. Where's that movie?
Two chicks.
The two chicks that were like they were making out in the pool. It was a really big deal in the 90s.
That's what I type into Pornhub like every other day. That's not even slightly helpful.
Specifically, you gotta have the pool. You can't get off unless you have the pool.
Yeah.
Slow motion.
Yeah, slow motion twosome between two hot chicks. Wild Things. Is that what you're thinking
Pulp
of?
Fiction.
Wild Things.
Wild Things, yes.
Yeah.
The blonde girl.
Oh.
She was married. No, she wasn't married to John Stamos. That's the other one.
Denise Richards?
Yes, thank you.
Right.
There you go. That's why I love this motherfucker. Yeah, they photoshopped her ass for Undercover Brother.
Really?
And she gave her a gigantic ass for Undercover Brother poster.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'll have to Google it. I don't have my phone. We don't have our phones that year, us, because I intentionally have to separate this motherfucker from his Instagram. Anyways, Your Highness, back to this. There's a scene where she's like taking a bath and she like takes off her like clothes and she's underwear or whatever. She jumps in the water and James Franco. No. Danny McBride. He's like looking and he's like, loud. And so, but anyways, there's a point where she takes off her clothes and she jumps in the pool. Like she has like a top or like a bikini or whatever on. And I was like, damn, Natalie Portman's got ass on her. I didn't think she had some ass on her. But anyways, yeah. Natalie Portman, you would put that pussy on a pedestal.
Yeah, that's true. You would do that for that.
And
I would do that for that.
What do you think about that? Like that concept is, look, it's not out of the realm of possibilities. Like if you were dating outside of your whatever you think your number is, if you quantify yourself, that's practically like normal, right? Most dudes would.
I think that's normal for everybody though.
Unless you're just like a dude that just doesn't give a fuck, and you're just like,
and that's your play.
And that's your play. Because look, man, I know of women who date dudes that are fucking total assholes, and they choose to date these dudes because these dudes kind of wind them up a little bit. Mm-hmm. But that's kind of like the chick giving the power up a little bit. Do you think, okay, let's go back to this. This is almost like a different topic altogether. Do you think there's like a power struggle within relationships? Do you think like there's always something where one person has like the essential the ball in their court, and they're holding the ball, and there's some sort of power struggle where the ball is alternated to the opposite if somebody fucks up, or you know what I mean? Do you think there's a power struggle within relationships?
Maybe. Probably some. I would say probably more than 70% have that.
I think it just depends. Maybe you're right. I mean, maybe it depends on...
It just depends how you are.
Yeah, if you're like a person that's like very dominating or have a strong personality, I can see that happening more often than not in a relationship.
Like if you're like Ronda Rousey and you're dating some dude who's like, I don't know, who's like a really pushover kind of guy. I don't know, freaking John Mayer or something like that. Like those two personalities are pretty different.
Yeah, you think she's going to own John Mayer,
yeah.
Right? She's going to be like, no, I'm going to tell you when you're going to go down on me.
Yeah, that's basically...
I'm going to tell you when to come back up for air. Otherwise, I'm going to armbar your skull off of your head.
Yeah, basically. But then maybe when... maybe she's not really like that in the relationship. Maybe she's completely different.
Brandon Schwab.
Really?
Yeah, I heard about that recently, and I recently heard about it. So who do you think was like the alpha in that relationship? He's a heavyweight.
Yeah, he's a heavyweight.
He's a heavyweight, but I'm sure she could still fucking armbar him.
She can armbar anybody?
I'm sure she could, man.
I don't know. You know, that'd be...
She fights at 135, but the reality is that she probably walks around at 150.
That might be true.
That dude maybe has 50 pounds on her, but do you think she can armbar a dude?
She probably could.
She probably flips like...
Yeah, I don't know.
Who's on him while he's standing.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know, man. It probably just depends the type of person you are. Because even if you do come out like very vocal up front, you could be like really shy in a relationship or something.
That's true. But I think in my mind, the way that would play out is like either they're both very strong personalities.
That's what I'm thinking too. They might have been very strong personalities, and that's why it didn't work out.
I've heard his podcast, and he's a little like, kind of like...
Jeez, everybody gets a podcast now.
Yeah, dude. It's free. Do it. Try yourself. But the reality is I've heard him in his podcast, and he seems like a kind of jockey guy. Like he reminds me of like a football player, kind of college basketball, high school football player. What the fuck did I just say? Like a high school college football player.
Like a high school college football player. Like one of those types.
Yeah.
Who did it not together, but high school, college. Yeah, whatever. He's a jock.
No, right, exactly. Like a typical jock dude. And so to me, it's like if he's kind of like jock dude and he's kind of alpha wannabe-ish, like him and Ronda are probably going to butt heads a lot. Because Ronda doesn't take shit.
Yeah.
Like when Ronda, I think when she gets into her mindset, like she doesn't take no shit.
Yeah.
And that's a good mindset to have for an athlete. But then that brings up the question, is that a good mindset to have for a person that wants to be in a relationship? That's a different question altogether.
Hey, man. That's very different. I don't know.
Because the reality is, like, you're going to be struggling with a very strong personality. Like, Ronda has what I would describe as the best athlete mind that I've seen, and even in the men's division. Like, some guys get focused, some guys get very mentally tough, but Ronda has a different type of mental toughness. Combine that with her insane judo ability, and I feel like Joe Rogan right now. Her insane judo ability.
The best ever.
The best ever.
She has the best ability to do everything since Goku beat Final Form Cell.
And so, because like she's got the mental toughness, she's got the drive, she's also got the jiu-jitsu and the judo background. I think that's why she's about 5 steps ahead of any woman in that division.
Yeah.
And in fact, like, she fights at 135. What belt is that?
That not the dude who's fighting Mighty Mouse. Not Mighty Mouse.
No, it's not Mighty Mouse.
The next guy up.
Is it alpha male guy who just got the belt?
Yeah.
Barao?
Yeah, Barao. Dillashaw? I think it's that.
Dillashaw?
I don't know. We don't know weight class. We just know names.
Do you think Ronda could take out Dillashaw? Okay, not Dillashaw. But do you think she could fight one of the guys in the 135 degree?
I think she could. Because I think it's, again, just her mental toughness.
I think
like, going back to Dragon Ball, she's not Goku type. Because Goku is like, oh, I just want to train to be the best. She's more like a Vegeta, where she's like, I'm going to
that's a good point.
be the best.
Point. That's actually a very good analogy.
Because, fuck you. That's why. That's the only reason.
That's a very good analogy because they're very different mindsets. While Goku wasn't... we're getting into some nerdy shit. While Goku wasn't...
Hey, Dragon Ball, man. It's freaking way of the world.
Yeah. While Goku wasn't necessarily like, I got to be the best. Like, he enjoyed the fight.
Yeah.
Versus Vegeta, who was like, no, I'm going to make you my bitch.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show you that you're going to be my bitch.
Yeah.
And it's very different mindset. I think Ronda does have more of a Vegeta mindset.
Yeah.
With that being said, though, like, how the fuck does Bulma deal with Vegeta?
She got some sweet, sweet walls. Must be tight.
Vegeta just gets this.
He's like, oh.
So what you're telling me is back to the original topic that Vegeta puts a pussy on a pedestal. He puts on.
It's so good. It's like 1,000 puppy tongues just down there. It's like, oh, Bulma.
I mean,
that ass.
That's a hard man. That's once again, I think, why Ronda's so dominating. There's no way she won't retire undefeated unless something happens, like where there's a slip up or there's an injury or
somebody who's a man, like Cyborg.
I think that she'll still be Cyborg.
She might, because just once again, her skill.
Yeah, dude. Look, people don't want to give judo enough credit, but when you can control leverages, like, that's all weight training is sometimes. It's about finding the proper leverage to move the weight in the most efficient way.
Go watch some Batman. See how it worked out for him. I think it worked out very good for him.
Well, he's training multiple shit.
Yeah, he uses a lot of judo sometimes.
Yeah. And so the fact is, like, that's why she can take down girls so quickly and get the armbar in, because that takedown, I think, is so much of a shock for most people that when you get into... by the time you hit the ground and you're like, oh, shit, I just got slammed, Ronda's already setting up her armbar.
Yeah.
And I think that control of leverages, like, look at... who did she fight before this girl she just fought? Not Kat Zingano. Was it Kat Zingano?
Yeah, it was Kat Zingano.
Kat Zingano? Maybe it was Kat. Maybe it was right. Like, Kat ran up to her and she was like, she tried to do a knee to her or something. And Ronda was like, fuck you. And, like, literally grabbed her and threw her. And Ronda has done that to many, many, many women. And I think the idea with that is that she's got that, fucking master level skill in controlling the leverages and controlling your own body. So even if you're putting resistance up against her, she's using your own momentum and resistance against you to flip you the fucking other way around. And then she comes on you like a spider monkey and just fucking arm bars the shit out of you. And I think women aren't prepared for that. I don't think there's anybody at the judo level that Ronda is at.
Yeah, there's nobody you can train with to...
She's just too damn experienced.
To do that.
And combine that with her mental toughness, but it's fucking insane. I feel like we've gone to like 4 different topics. I was originally trying to do a podcast.
That's how we do it here.
Yeah. Like, I was originally trying to make a podcast where we stick to one topic and continue.
That's not happening.
That doesn't seem like it's happening here.
It's not happening. Going all over the place.
Yeah. Well, since we're doing a fuck it podcast, what else do you want to talk about? Going back to the pussy on a pedestal thing, like, I think it happens, man, but I think it depends on how you go into the relationship. Like, if you're a 6, if you think you're a dude and you're a 6, and all of a sudden you manage to pull a 9, you're going to put that pussy in a little bit of pedestal because you're going to run the risk of potentially losing that 9 and never getting a 9 again.
Yeah, the better way to go in there is probably just not giving yourself a number. Just being like,
Well, you
my
also gotta
name
remember,
is
like,
Jeff.
You're two people, man.
I got a huge mushroom tip.
You're like,
deep inside. All day long.
I feel like this is gonna be the fucking thing of the podcast.
That's the symbol. That's gonna be on the business cards.
It's gonna be like a
Chipotle's gonna love that when we ask for sponsorship. Like, what's your symbol? What does that mean?
Wait till it's veiny.
Well, go on Pornhub. Type in "Live from the Green Room." You'll see all the videos I liked on Pornhub.
You remember you remember back in the 70s where the Black Panther symbol was like when guys were like,
no, we did.
Or it's gonna be like this,
straight.
Except the forearm's gonna be real veiny.
Real veiny. It's a spiral.
It's gonna be like a spiral staircase all the way through.
People are gonna be like, "What is a spiral staircase?"
Dude, can you imagine somebody coming across this fucking podcast? Like they're like, "Oh, I want to find out how Ronda Rousey beats her opponents," and all of a sudden they come across this podcast and like, what the fuck?
Well, you have to put that in the description when we talk about her, but I mean that was a good point we made.
Hey,
who's that?
Can you please go to your own spots? Sorry, guys, we have an audience today. Behave, please.
Jeez, thought that was a ghost from the haunted room.
Fucking gremlin. So the reality is that I think you have to. What my suggestion would be, and what my experiences in life have been, is just that you do have to go into it with a clear mindset of you two are two individuals, and you're looking to see whether or not you
are
mix.
Compatible.
Yeah, there's a compatibility there, and if you're trying to force something more than it is, or you're trying to maintain something because you feel like you're getting more than you deserve to get, you're in for a fucking rude awakening. But to be honest with you, like as I grow older, past our 90s, I feel like you do need to find somebody who is primarily like personality-wise mixes with you well.
Yeah.
And also not just personality, but like I almost feel like there has to be like a balance between who's dominant, who gets to be dominant.
Yeah, it has to be. You have to both be dominant, and you both have to be submissive.
Or one has to be, or one but at least you got to know when to take the roles.
You have to know when to do it.
Yeah.
You can't always be like, I want Panda Express.
It's like
all the time.
I want fucking Chipotle. No, fuck you.
Yeah,
we're getting Panda. Somebody's eardrums.
Yeah, you can't be like that, dude. Just give and take.
Can you imagine? I just thought about this shit because I do this shit too. I don't do this shit. Retract that. I don't ever do this shit. Can you imagine somebody's like at work and they have like speakers and they're like, oh, there's a new podcast. Let me check it out. And they put it on.
Like, this is great. This is really great. Up till you said, fuck everybody.
Or the giant shaft and mushroom tip within the first 2 seconds of this video. That's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine.
That could be anything. I could be talking about mushrooms.
You just play this in schools, like elementary schools.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I'm gonna give you this clip and you take it to your school and you can just.
They don't know how to work computers. So.
You're like, kids, I'm gonna teach you my symbol.
That's right. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not a teacher, by the way.
No, not at all. Yeah. So I mean, I think that you got to find the balance, and you got to find most important. Like, I get it. It's very difficult because you are instantly attracted or not attracted to the person that you see. You meet somebody. Like, if we're walking down the street and you see a girl, as a guy, you're like either attracted to them or you're not. And although you women don't want to admit that's true for you too, like it's fucking true for you too. Don't fucking lie about that. You're attracted to somebody who isn't. You know how many women I fucking know, and like all of a sudden like Bradley Cooper comes on the fucking TV and fucking seems like you're in a mister system. You're like, where's all?
Got humid in here.
Where's this humidity coming from? It's like fucking we're sweating in here right now. Where's the water?
Yeah, it's true.
It's all the time. And so for you to pretend like attraction isn't a big variable, it is. But you gotta sometimes when you're looking for a meaningful relationship, not just like a fucking overnight cuddle party, you gotta you gotta find compatibility there when it comes to your emotions, your personalities, and the type of people that you are. And I feel like common interests have to be somewhat there.
You can have common interests. They can be completely different, just as long as your personalities match, I think.
See, but you gotta have something.
Yeah, well, you gotta have something.
Because then otherwise you're always gonna be compromising.
Yeah,
like if you hate Chinese food, and I fucking love Chinese food, what's the likelihood of us ever getting Chinese food?
Yeah, no, you gotta have something, but they can be different too.
I'm gonna have like bean bags I can just throw at these motherfuckers.
Should.
Hey,
stop it, black children that we adopted from Africa.
Once again, all hate mail will go to him. I'll link his Twitter down below.
We didn't take you away from the Congo for that.
Giving you a better life.
Giving you a better life.
So
you could have been child soldiers, but you're here.
You're here with us.
With us. Well, they're looking at me.
Give me the evil eye.
Yeah, they are.
What the fuck? You're like trying to cram your face to that.
She's trying to Terminate that thing.
Anyways, I think that's it, guys. I think that's the podcast for today. I think it's a good introductory podcast, and I think it's a good place to start as to where like the conversations will go. This is kind of what you're gonna expect from this podcast. There are days that maybe it'll be by myself, and I will talk with people about like a real fucking deep ass shit topic where you're not gonna see as much comedy. But then there'll be shit like this where me and him will literally just shoot the shit.
If I'm here, it's gonna be.
Oh, if he's here,
it's gonna be it's gonna be raunchy.
We should do. You know what we should do, dude?
This. If we're rating this one, this was E for everyone. It's gonna get worse.
In all honesty, that's so true. This would be E for everyone because we haven't
even talked about innies and outies.
Oh fuck! Have you guys ever seen the Hush Twins? We're like that, except kind of like that.
We're kind of like that, except not as funny, maybe. Not as funny, but more vulgar.
Okay, that's a pretty good way of putting it. To be honest with you.
It's exactly.
And I think that's kind of what we plan to do. We don't want to force any conversation. We just have some good conversation. You know, it'd be fucking cool, dude.
What?
You don't ever drink, but it'd be fucking awesome if we get like a drunk podcast and we just have like shit we surf on the internet to find. Or like that one time, remember we were on Craigslist?
Yeah.
And we were, okay, this is what you got to do. I'm going to plug all of our social media below. This is a new YouTube channel, and you guys... we'll see that, but all of our own stuff is down below. We each have individual YouTube channels that we run off of.
Pornhub.
It's like
MexicanMrBigDick.org.
RedTube.com/Mr. Anyways, but anyways, he has a gaming channel where I actually join his gaming channel a lot, and we talk about random shit sometimes. He also does comic book reviews. We play a handful of games. I've done full walkthroughs on his channel, so feel free to check those out. But the funny thing is, like, he has old videos, and you gotta search for these. These are like the final star levels on a Super Mario Brothers that you gotta beat.
Yeah.
Those are on his channel, and you gotta look for those. They're like old Minecraft videos where we talk about some horrible shit.
It's bad.
Like one time, me and him, I don't know how I came across this. I'll admit it. I came across this, and I came across some stuff on Craigslist, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And I brought it to him in the middle of like a recording session, and we recorded the conversation. It's fucking hilarious. It's like some of that old shit funny. Is gold. You need to retweet some of that stuff or repost some of that because it's fucking hilarious.
That'd be funny. My pastor would enjoy that. He'd be like, oh, where do I get that? Where do I get that machine at?
Yeah, right?
Craigslist.
So his stuff's more fitness, or his stuff's more... Wrong one.
Fitness.
His stuff is
Dare you insult me?
Comic book based, game based, reviews, kind of walkthroughs, news, comic book
stuff, all that good stuff like that.
And we've been doing a lot of old classic NES gaming. Anyways, enough plugging. Check out his fucking channel, Strikebackgames. Down below will be the links to his Instagram and his channel. I do fitness oriented shit and a lot of shit where I put you on blast. I'm not gonna lie, put people on blast. Oh, and I do a lot of reviews for supplements and or lifting products. So if you're into that shit, fitness stuff, you want to get fitter or you want to learn more about fitness, my shit's down below.
Shirt off a lot of nipple action.
A lot of nipple action. I work out in a garage gym and it's fucking hot here.
It's just sweat dripping down.
That's actually the truth.
That's true.
Yeah. So my shit's down below too. Feel free to follow us. But once again, the biggest priority for me in this channel is getting these out. So if you guys know people that might be interested in this type of podcast, share it. If you know anybody who wants to watch it, maybe forward them over. And once again, hit that like button because it does help the channel grow. That's primarily how YouTube works. If you like it and you share it with other people, it helps spread the word. So that's kind of all I'm asking of you guys. I don't mind doing this. I enjoy good conversation. Like for me, it's like, well, we will admit a couple of the other ones, but I love conversation and good fucking food. I mean, we'll just do both in one. All right, so just to end this very quickly, because this is probably a little longer than I would have planned originally. Check the channel down below. Check all that stuff below. But more importantly, like this video, share with people that you know, and we'll bring another topic. And also, if you guys have topics that you would like us to cover, just for shits and giggles, it's always fun to get new ideas introduced to you that you weren't thinking about on your own.
Yeah.
Post them down below, or shoot me a private message, because I didn't know that was a thing on YouTube, but it is.
On YouTube?
Oh, yeah. So do that, guys. Once again, thanks again for watching. See you guys next time. Deuces.